Hey guys, I made a mistake. As you can see, in this scene, I lost the terrain during some cleanup that I was doing. And I wanted to show you what you can do with source control to fix this. The error in particular is that you have this terrain, and you see that it's missing a reference to a terrain data. Now, what you do in these situations is you try to find this object in your commit history. Luckily, I know where it is, but I'm going to show you how to retrieve it, even in cases, and see how you can retrieve it even if you don't know where it is. So first thing you do is check out to the place where you had this asset. At some point, this wasn't missing. So the way to do that is you check out to a specific commit. Before you check out, you have to verify that you don't have any changes on your work tree, that your working tree is clean, and it is. I don't have any changes here in this case. If you did have some changes, you would have to either stash them or revert them. And right now that we have a clean tree, you use checkout, or I like to just go to show log. I think it's easier this way. And in here you can select the commit that where you lost this file. I actually know exactly where it happened. It might not always be the case. You might just see the missing reference. I know that I deleted this file over here. It's one of these. But if you didn't know, one way you can find out where this asset went missing is by looking at the log of the place where you have this reference. So in this case, it would be a bit difficult because the place where this reference exists is unit 5, this scene file. Let's go to this scene file. Let's select it. Select show in Explorer. And one thing you can do is check the log for this particular file. And this way you can see the history of this file. And this could help you find out where an edit to the file was made. Although in this case, actually, it wasn't even an edit; it was the deletion of an asset. So you have to take a quick look at a careful look at the commit history to try to figure out where the change happened. If you don't know, you basically have to go to a lot of commits until you see where the file disappeared, or even just go to a previous commit and actually get the file. Like a really old commit where the file existed, and that way you can find out at least where it is. But I know exactly where it is, so this would be easy for me. Let's go to this log. The file disappeared here, so I can just simply go to the previous commit, and the file will exist here because I deleted here, the terrain here. So in this commit, the file will still exist. Usually you go to the previous commit. In this case, it's easy to go to the previous one because we have like just a line of development. But if you're in the middle of development, one thing you have to be careful is that you go to the previous commit on the same line of development. So if this was the culprit commit that made a change that you don't want, you would probably want to go to the previous one in the line, in this green line, instead of this previous one that other developer worked with, because this might either still have your file changed, or you don't know. You just know that this commit changed the previous commit on the same line. So yeah, you can take a look at this graph to see how the previous state before the commit was made. All right, but the commit that I'm looking for is this one. Yes. All right, so let's go to the previous one. So let's check out this commit. In this checkout window, you regularly go to a branch, but you can also go to commits, which is what we are doing. And we do not necessarily want to create a new branch for this. So if you do not create a branch, you will go to a state where you cannot make commits, but that is fine because all we need to do is fetch a file and we can just copy paste it and go back to development. So this is fine for us, not creating a new branch. So yep, let's check out to this commit. Success. Now you go to the project, it will start exporting, so let's just skip this part. All right, the importing completed. We still don't see any changes, so let's just discard what we have in here. Discard changes. Okay. And yes, we have our terrain back. So let's look what this terrain is. So let's look for the terrain object, and of course, obviously, it is new terrain 3. So let's grab this object and just copy it to some other place. I'm not just going to copy the asset, I'm also going to copy the meta file. It's usually a good idea if you have like missing references. Sometimes getting the meta file helps with that. So let's just do that. All right. So let's copy this into here. All right. This is outside of our workspace, so whatever I do with like checkout or anything, it won't affect these files. All right, so let's just go back to development and place the file back. Let's check if I don't have any changes. So I am able to check out. Let's just do that with the git bash. Here it is. See if I don't have changes. I do have some changes. Deleted, new terrain, asset. All right, so we have to revert. Yeah, because I moved it out of the project, so let's revert that. Once again, since we are in a we're located at this commit, we don't want to change it before we move out of it. So that's why we have to revert these changes. It didn't affect the file that we just got. So all right, now we should be able to check out, and let's check out to the development. So which is the branch that I'm working in at this point. Okay, success, and we will import again. It's going to take a while, so let's skip this. All right, exporting is finished. We no longer have the terrain. This is the place where the error happened, so let's go and fix it. We have our terrain here in this carpet, and I want to place it in here. I'm not just going to drag it and drop it right to the editor because it has a meta file, so let's just drag and drop it through the editor. Okay. All right, this goes in here. There you go. And right now it actually got solved just like that because the meta file had the reference information. So this object that has this missing reference found the GUID of this object that we just placed, and it was saved through the meta file. And that's why it just placed it in the correct place. So that's always really useful. If we didn't have the meta file, then we would have we would have had to just assign it back again. But sometimes you have a lot of missing references, so if you can solve this problem with the meta file automatically, that's much better. Let's go ahead and change the name of this, something more sensible. And there you go. That's how you fix this kind of issues. Thank you for watching.